my name is Christina Infante, and I am a summer intern at the North Carolina Cooperative Extension in Union County. I'm interning under Sally McNeil, who is a Family Consumer Sciences agent for the Union County Cooperative Extension. Today, I've been asked to show you some recipes that show ingredients that you can use from your garden or your farmer's market that are cheap, fast, and easy, and you'll really enjoy them. So my first recipe is just a simple basil pesto. I'm going to start out with a cup of basil, and a lot of pestos call for a little bit more basil than this, but to save a little bit of money, I'm going to substitute half the basil with a cup of spinach instead. So a cup of spinach and a cup of basil. It tastes the same. Spinach has a very mild flavor, so it's not taking any flavor away from your pesto. I'm going to add a little bit of ground Parmesan cheese, some pine nuts. Pine nuts can also be expensive, so if you want to add walnuts, that also works. And then 3 cloves of garlic, roughly chopped. The food processor will take care of those. And then a little bit of olive oil. Good olive oil makes a great pesto, so let's add that in there. Okay. I'm just going to put the lid on my food processor and pulse it a few times. This really is one of the simplest summer recipes you can make. It's just throwing everything in a food processor, and there you have it. And I love to serve my pesto with pasta, but today I'm just going to serve it with crackers. You can also rub meat with it and use it as kind of a marinade before you cook your meat. Or you could even use it as a base for your pizzas. So there's a lot of stuff you can do with it, and I'm sure your garden is just overflowing with basil right now. It's such an easy herb to grow. So there you have it. Here's some delicious pesto for us. Okay, the next recipe I'm going to make is also one that features a very popular summer ingredient, zucchini. Once you plant zucchini in your garden, you're going to have so much of it you won't know what to do with it, and this is a great option for you. I'm going to make some baked zucchini chips. So right now, I'm just slicing up a zucchini into about 1/2-inch slices so we can make some nice crispy zucchini chips. When I was growing up, I used to make these with my mom all the time, but we used to fry them in a lot of oil, and might not be the best option for you to be eating. So these ones are baked, and they're just as crispy. They're so yummy. So that is what we're making today. And another alternative to my mom's traditional fried zucchini is I'm using panko breadcrumbs. And panko breadcrumbs are a Japanese style breadcrumb, and they're a lot crunchier, and I really use them in anything that calls for breadcrumbs because they just make it taste so much better, so much crisper. All right, so I've got those all chopped up. I'm just going to throw them in a bowl here and toss them with a little olive oil. You can also use just flour and egg like you do traditionally, but I think the oil helps them crisp up a little better. So I'm just going to drizzle these a little bit of olive oil, toss it around a little bit. And next, we're going to make our breading. And the breading is what makes it so yummy. We're going to add those panko breadcrumbs that I was just talking about. A little bit of kosher salt. Oops. Not much. Some Parmesan cheese like we used in the last recipe. A lot of these recipes share ingredients, which is really helpful. And then some basil, like I was talking about earlier. This just gives it a really herby flavor, makes it a little fresh. And we're just going to grind this all up. Alrighty. Take out the blade here. And now all we have to do is just put the zucchini with the breading. I've already preheated the oven to 450 degrees. Got that really high heat to make sure it gets really crispy. And I've also sprayed my baking sheet with some cooking spray. And I'm just going to place my zucchini, really bread it here. You want to really pack in the breading. I can smell the basil. It's so fresh. It's like one of my favorite herbs to use. So here's just an example of a few. I'm going to pop these in the oven and I'm going to show you guys what they look like when they come out. So here's our finished product. You can see they're really crispy and they kind of shrink up a little bit. But it's a great summer side to use for any dinner you have, or I eat them as a snack. I can eat about a pound of these at a time. So it's a great recipe to try. I hope you try it and use all your zucchini up from your summer garden. So next we're going to make a tangy cucumber and avocado salad. It's a great, refreshing summer salad to have. Cucumbers have so much water in them, so it's a great snack to have if you're outside. Keeps you hydrated. So first we're going to combine the cucumber in the bowl. I've already chopped up one. I'm going to do another one for you. And you don't have to peel it. I like to peel them. I don't like the skin. Or you could buy English cucumbers. Those have a really thin skin. And that way you don't have to peel it at all. But they're a little bit more expensive. I'm all about saving money. So I'm going to use this one, especially if you grow it out of your garden. Cucumbers are another plant that if you are growing it in your garden, you're going to have too many to know what to do with. And this one uses 2 whole cucumbers, so you have a lot to use up. So I'm just going to dice this up into really small little squares here. You want it to be uniform because we're going to add avocado to it. All right. Now that I've added my cucumber to the bowl, I'm going to add the avocado. Avocado is my favorite food. I eat probably one a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And a lot of people don't know how to prepare avocados, and I think it deters people from eating them. So I'm going to show you how. What I just did was just cut straight down the middle around the pit. So it's in a half like this. And then you just take a spoon, and you want to run the spoon along the skin of the whole avocado, so that it comes out of the skin like that. That's about the easiest way to prepare an avocado. And that way you can just slice it up. You don't have to work around the pit. You can just chop it up into nice little cubes like that. And add it right in. So the other half does have the pit, as you can see. Some people like to take a knife and stick it in and twist it to pull it out the pit, but I just like to take my finger and just pop it out like that. And avocados are a great food to eat. They're very refreshing, they're kind of buttery, and they have a really, really good source of good fats. And you may be thinking, well, I don't want to be eating fat, I want to be skinny. But the fats that avocados have are really healthy and really important to eat. And sometimes I just score it while it's in the shell like that, so I can just scoop it out directly into the bowl like that. All right, so I'm going to do my next avocado. And these avocados are a bit ripe. Usually they're a bit firmer. The longer you have them, the softer they get. And that's when you use them for guacamole or something where you can mash them up. All right, and to this bowl we're going to add some cilantro. It's my favorite herb. Some people don't like it though. It's a genetic thing. They don't like the taste of it. It tastes like soap to them. And if that's the case for you, you can just omit it. I just add a little bit of green onion, a little bit of salt. A clove of garlic. If you don't know an easy way to prepare garlic, here it is. This is such an annoying thing to peel off, but I'm Italian. I know how to handle garlic. And if you just take the flat part of your knife and press your palm down on the garlic like that, it very easily snaps open and you can peel off the shell like that. Much better than trying to figure out how to peel it. We're just going to mince this up, 1 clove. Garlic is another food I eat every day. This salad pretty much has everything in it that I love. Garlic is so good for you. Keeps you healthy. I have a great friend who swears that if you eat a raw clove of garlic when you're sick, that it keeps you from getting sicker. But then you smell bad for a million days, so I don't know about that. All right. And finally, we're just going to make the dressing. It's very simple. We're just going to juice 1 lime. Right over the top of the salad like that. And just 1/4 of a lemon. You can add more if you want to, it just depends on what you like. Alrighty, just like that. And then we're just going to mix it together. And you probably want to refrigerate it before you serve it. About 30 minutes, I would say. So the salad's so green. It's really important to eat a lot of green foods. And there you have it. You have your tangy cucumber and avocado salad. All right, so here you have it. We have your summer basil pesto, your baked zucchini chips, and your cucumber avocado salad. They're all great options to use up some summer produce that you may have just overflowing out of your garden. So thank you so much for spending some time with me. And if you want more recipes, just visit the Cooperative Extension site and check us out.